everyone.
Morning.
I would like to say thank you for coming in our presentation. Let us introduce ourselves. I am Nur Khodijah Suherlan, and there are some of my partners are Ardhika Fajar Ramadhan, Rahayu, and Nuthfah Faijah. In this presentation, we will discuss about attitude in using social media. The first is Ardhika Fajar Ramadhan.
So, the first topic is good manners for using social media. In this slide, ever did this before? Many people may ask, what does page stand for? Please stop that habit. Use polite opening like good morning, good evening, good afternoon, or assalamualaikum, and so on. So, if you read this slide, two people killed for unfriending somebody on Facebook. You don't want it to happen to you, yes? But a pity. So, what should we do for using social media more safely? First thing first is what's okay to share. Number one is considering opinions or thoughts about opinionated topics. Sharing extremely opinionated viewpoints, such as political learnings or controversial topic, can be lightning rod online. Think twice before liking supporting status updates or posting such opinions which can incite and aggravate others. If you feel the need to express these opinions, consider convening such a communication to exchange with ultimately to. It's important to remember, if you don't have anything to say, perhaps it's best left unsaid. Number two is avoid posting embarrassing, revealing, or negative photos of yours. Posting these photos should be avoided at all costs. Remember, image you share might be taken at face value and or viewed as representative of your character. Not to mention life on forever on the internet. Number three is never share intimate personal details like birth dates, addresses, phone numbers, schools, or hometowns online. This is to minimize the risk of crime, vandalism, or identity theft. Never let others know when you'll be away from your home, especially for any given length of time, such as while you on vacation. And last but not least is never share a story that you are not sure is true. If you don't believe it to be true, don't share it. Spreading fake news is caused by consumers who readily believe false information. Another word for these people is gullible. Don't cause unnecessary rumors, especially if your mind is telling you otherwise. And that's all about topic what's okay to share. Thank you for watching and have a good day.
Professionalism is imperative. If you wouldn't say it in a social or work setting, don't say it online. Politeness and respect are vital. Always be considerate of others and treat them the way that you would wish to be treated. Maintain a positive tone and attitude. Negativity, complaints, and condescending message often reflect poorly on the poster. Since social networks are share fake news enjoyed in mixed company, always avoid using vulgar language and making derogatory remarks. Avoid bad-mouthing other users as it will negatively impact your image and casual bystanders may judge you based on these actions. Reserve confidential discussion for private message threads or, better yet, phone calls, email, or other venues where interactions aren't recorded in perpetuity online. The advice that conversational nuances and subtle shifts in tone or personality may be lost in translation, and that individual users may interpret messages differently. Consider how posts will be read and interpreted before sending. Poor spelling, punctuation, grammar, and choice of words can reflect equally poorly upon the individual. Proofread and communications before sending. Behavior, abbreviations, and online slang should be avoided if possible and used only in the most informal of conversations.
My name is Nuthfah Faijah. For the last, I would like to explain about being a responsible user. Understand that various online forums, social networks, blogs, digital communities have their own rules of conduct, social norms and methods of interaction. Before utilizing one, take a moment to step back and observe how interaction discern appropriate rules of sharing, posting, and behavior. Don't share information that online friends have shared with you in confidence. For example, posting someone's private tweet to you. Realize that everything posted online lives on the internet permanently and may be available for public viewing. Never forget, despite their seeming intimacy, social networks and online forums are among the most public of space. It is important to conduct yourself on them as you would in any shared setting. Use privacy settings to limit who can view your posts and share. Before posting on others' profiles or walls or tagging them in our post, consider how your action and or statement may be perceived. When asking someone you don't know to be your friends, send a short message explaining who you are and why you're attempting to contact them. Thank you.
Social media is a really convenient and important communicate network for all the people nowadays. We can use it to know friends and keep contact with friends that came from different countries. We can also share our ideas quickly so that all the things could develop so fast because people could tell us their ideas and we could improve it immediately. We could also learn new things on social media by watching or reading the things that people share into the social media. People could also sell things on social media freely, which could reduce the expenditure of advertisement. Just for a thing, a social media is too convenient for people. Almost many of them don't even have to speak out to communicate with people. No longer, people will lose their communication skill. The more serious problem is many people utilize the power of social media and use it to bully someone. The power of social media is also same as the one in real life. A little of them use social media to do things that against the law, which is a foul behavior. However, we have to aware of how we use social media. If we could use the social media smartly, having social media will become a good thing for us.